I've been sitting a lot inside as of recently, and I wanted to change that. So I decided, hey, why not, instead of, staying inside and looking at my screen, I go outside and look at a bigger screen. So I decided to get AMC A-List stubs, whatever their membership is called. It's basically a subscription that allows you to see 3 movies a week for $25 a month, which is, if you know anything about movie ticket pricing, is insane. Because movie tickets now, at like a premium theater like AMC, would cost around $15 to $18 each. So having this deal, amazing deal. And I decided today, hey, you know what? I want to see the most popular movie out right now. So I made the decision to see Wonka in theaters, and I reserved my seat beforehand. Like, looked on it an hour before I went there and saw, like, okay, nobody's at this showing. This is going to be awesome. I just get a whole theater to myself. So I book the seat. I pick probably what I think would be the best seat in the house. Just a seat right smack dab in the middle. Nobody else around. Just get to stare at the screen. And, I arrived there 15 minutes early, and I just wait around. And 5 minutes before the showing is supposed to start, couple walks in. And, I am a little disappointed because, I wanted this theater all to myself. But you know what? It's a public movie theater. It makes sense why other people would come. But I just think, like, okay, if it's just me and this couple who are sitting nowhere near me, I'll be fine. I'll live easy. And then movie starts, and as the movie's starting, a mother and her 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl, walk in, and they sit. Let me give you a little demonstration of where I guess I am. I'm like right behind me. There's this wall, and then above that, then on top of that wall is where the next portion of seating is. And it's like they could look over the wall. They decide to sit right behind me at that place, and I think, like, okay, well, that's they gotta be well behaved, Also, I'll be saying this a lot. It sort of is my fault for going to a kids movie alone in the middle of a Monday afternoon. I'll take blame for that. So, movie starts, and around 30 minutes, every so often they'd make a joke in the movie, and you hear the mother in the back laughing at the bad joke. Nobody else laughing. Also, it was an empty theater, so I guess she's fine there. You get off one time, you single mother, you evil bastard. Anyways, we get around to, I guess, 30-minute mark, and the one girl, the daughter, starts just running up and down the theater, climbing over seats, punching and kicking the seats as well. And then the boy, both of them are probably around 5 to 6 years old, he also starts to join in and do the same thing. The boy in particular, he just keeps running up and down the stairs. I don't know why. The girl is doing fucking acrobatics on the chair, just toppling over it, sitting down, just, all in all, creating a disruption. And the mom, I see this, and this happens for a while, and the mom, every so often throughout this first hour or so, would tell her kids, like, you'd hear her say, "Stop, there's other people here, stop, come back here, stop." But the kids, they just wouldn't fucking listen. So, I don't really want to complain about this. I prefer not to have a single mother and her kids kicked out of the theater. So I, as a warning type thing, I don't directly talk to them yet. But I decided, like, okay, I need to go to the bathroom anyway. Hopefully she thinks, like, okay, maybe I'm going to tell on them, which I'm not going to do, because I don't want them kicked out. I just want them to stop being, annoying. So I go to the bathroom, take my piss, head back. Doesn't change anything. Kids are still acting the same way. And ever so often, the boy mostly would just run across my area. So eventually, like, sort of little by little, I started whispering, like, what are you doing, man? Hoping that he could hear it, and it would subconsciously implant in his mind, in his 6-year-old mind, like, maybe I should sit down. But no, he kept going, and I kept having to, like, every time he passed me, I would go, like, what are you doing? At one point, I just told him, like, just enjoy the movie, man. It sounded like a total fucking douche saying that to a little 6-year-old kid, but, it's true. I came to enjoy a movie. I came to enjoy a kid's movie alone. And now there are kids disrupting the kids' movie that I, an adult male, came to see alone. And that's just awful. I don't want them there. But kids, they keep running around, and eventually the girl, who's like tackling chairs, toppling over them, doing fucking acrobatics and gymnastics and shit, she sits on my row. She like gets on my row. She's sitting upside down because of course she is. Why wouldn't she be? And like she gets out of her seat, her fucking probably ADHD ridden mind. No disrespect there. I probably have something as well, but it's not the kid's fault. It's the mother's fault for not telling her kids to stop. So the girl, she starts just like fucking, climbing over the railing, and the point of like the drop of this railing would be a large drop. So at this point, I tell her like, don't do that. Because her mother's obviously not saying anything. She's not paying attention. She doesn't give a shit. And, the girl looks at me, and the mother, she, I guess, notices and says, like, she tells the girl, like, yeah, don't do that, sit down, be quiet. And guess what happens? She doesn't do that. She keeps running around, and she would do this, throughout the movie, basically. Every so often, she would just sit down in the chair in a little position, upside down position to get a rest, and then she would be straight back to doing her fucking thing. Meanwhile, the boy, credit to the boy, he was mostly still at this time, but he was at the seat right behind me, so he would be just sitting up, looking at the seat, like with his face over, like this, and I would just like, every so often look up, and I just see this fucking kid's face right above mine, looking over. I look over up at him every so often to try and signal a message like, what are you fucking doing? Man, what are you doing? But as I learned today, message wasn't received. I need to tell the mother to, I guess, get her kids to stop, which I didn't do, and I should have done. But as a mother, if you see your kids running around, you should do everything in your power to stop them from disrupting a movie which has other people in it. And she wasn't. She wasn't doing that. And if you can't do that, then you should not take your kids to the movie. You should leave the movie with your kids because other people are trying to watch the movie. But I'll take blame there. I should have complained. Should have been a little more bitchy. I should have complained there at the theater instead of complaining to my YouTube channel, where 10 people at most will probably watch this video. But yeah. Anyways, that's been the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. And the moral of the story is, if kids are being annoying at your theater, like little kids, just tell their parents, Or if the parents don't listen, tell the fucking theater staff, because, you know, it'll ruin the theater experience. Wonka, alright movie, besides that. Bye.